Hey, welcome back to Brick System Brothers. It's time for the next round of our Joblot instruction manual overview. So let's get right into it. Got through most of these small books like these in part 1, so go watch that if you missed it. But most of today is looking at the larger manuals. This is kind of your standard paper size, but a couple small ones left to look at. Spongebob, a theme that came and went pretty quickly, as far as I can remember. There were a couple sets with some interesting pieces, but for the most part it was just one of those licenses that, if people like SpongeBob, they like the Lego set, and if not, then it just passed them by. Star Wars, a large spider droid, is that what this thing is called? This is a Clone Wars set from the original Clone Wars wave of sets. Get you a date off the back here, 2008. If you're a Clone Wars fan, you probably could guess the era faster than I. So some nice original, well, the Phase 2 clones originally were released with a few sets in to tie in with Episode 2, which was early 2000s. They actually had slotted helmets, so this is kind of the second version of the Phase 2 clone with complete helmets. World Racers was similar to the Speed Racer theme that came out a little bit before it. This is a 2010 set, but yeah, really similar in terms of car racing styles and the kind of just evil looking guys. It was never explicitly stated, but yeah, there were also stages, so this is from Race 3. I have very little knowledge of the World Racers lore. I know there is some background floating around out there. If you do want to know more about that specific theme, it was kind of interesting. Here's a little graveyard set. It had a bat envelope printed tile right there. Interesting piece. Might be unique. There were also some minifigs in here. I'm not sure if I ended up with these minifigs in my pieces. I'd have to go back and check. Here's our Monster Fighters again, book 1. I think I had the other book, 9466, in the last video, so nice to know that I have both of those. Interesting. The ATTE 7675. This was our first prize for our 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Since I hadn't been through the instructions at the time that we did the giveaway, I did not include these with the package. But now I know that they're here. Book 1, I think this is book 2, missing the cover. Of course, something I didn't mention in the first video that I really should have. Pretty much all instructions after 2010, even before that, there are some available online directly from Lego. If you want to go back to the old days, like the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, Lego doesn't necessarily host their instructions on their site from those days, but other people have taken the time to scan them in, and they can be found pretty easily. Brick set, if you know the set number, start on brick set, type that in, go to the set entry, and if you scroll down, there is a link to the known instructions. So there's still a couple out there without any scanned in, or even if they are scanned in, they might not be the best quality, but instructions for Lego sets widely available online in PDF format. Superheroes 76041. This is interesting. Hydra Attack. This would have been from Age of Ultron, because we've got Quicksilver. This might have been the only set with the Quicksilver minifig. Another one that was not included with the pieces. The cover only for a Hoth set. Funnily enough, I have this one from my old collection. Another book from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This Endor base started at $100, and I think it's only gone up. Clone Wars. What's the specific name of this ship? I always forget. I don't know. Someone tell me down below. I know you guys, there's a lot of Star Wars Lego fans on here. So if you are watching a video about bulk instructions, drop those answers. Couple different Ninja Turtles manuals here. Prince of Persia. Oh, no way, dude. I have 7571 from eBay without the manual or box. I have all the pieces, and now I have the book. This book is in really good condition, too. A little bit of stress on the binding, but like some of these covers are crumpled. This one's in pretty bad shape. This Prince of Persia book, really great shape. That's sweet. I still have the pieces for this set kind of separated out, so I can actually put this with that collection now. More Ninja Turtles. The original Agents line that I bought one of the starter sets for. I really like the figs in here. I think this was a well done Agents line. So that's Police Station as well. Josh has this. So that's that group. That might be worth something. People still buy those. This is also the subject material for an upcoming UCS gunship. That's the word I was looking for. The Army of the Republic. I'm actually going to set this to the side because I'm really happy to see that. Alright, next round. A couple more small ones that snuck their way in here. Let's get those out front. This set has some exclusive elements. Transparent green. Little city. Something else I've been noticing as I go through these is a large overlap with the sets that I collected. And I still have all my manuals as well, so I actually have duplicates now of quite a few of these. Superheroes, or DC, and Green Lantern here, Sinestro. So there's actually a dedicated Lantern piece now from the collectible minifig line for that set. 60073. I think we passed on that one. Josh might have that one. I got this from a friend back in the day. Ambulance. My sister had that one. Droid Tri-Fighter, Luke's Landspeeder, Plo Koon. This was one of the playable vehicles in the Clone Wars video game. That's pretty damaged cover on that one. I set this one to the side just now. These are the original Phase 2 clones. Actually, these are the Phase 3 clones, but they have that helmet cut out, like I was saying. That manual is pretty bad, but this is an old set. This is 2002 or 3, I think. Remember back when they did the full page cover art for these? It's kind of cool. This is falling apart in my hands. Alright, stack these back up. Yeah, there's sometimes you find some nice little poster kind of material in the back of these that was kind of showcasing the other available sets from the line, from the range at the time. The larger instructions can show more, of course, so maybe some nicer posters there. Next round. Old Castle. More City. I got doubles of this set just because. It's a great set. There's some Thor. The other small manual from that set. Okay. Another round here. Probably the most interesting are these two. This one is a different set, but also from, oh wait, is this the first Avengers? 2015. It's got Hawkeye, right? I don't remember what scene this is based on. 76030. Find the set name, that'll probably tell you. Look that up later. Bunch more city stuff. I have this, Josh has this, I have this, both of us actually have this one. Josh has that one, Josh has that one, and that one. So between the two of us, Josh and I own all these already. And we both keep our manuals as well. So now we have duplicate manuals. What am I going to do with all these? People sell manuals on Bricklink. I don't have a store set up at this point. Original 501st Battle Pack. that got a recent reboot. There's that glow-in-the-dark horse skeleton. Some more Star Wars. Hey, Ninjago. Don't think we've seen Ninjago yet in here. Another Spongebob. And we'll do another city in this round. Nah, make it Ninjago. 2 Ninjago. These are... Yeah, this would have been one of the sets we just got a legacy update for. 70502 was Cole and his Earth Driller. So this is one of the ones they chose to do an update. This is a 2013 manual, so somewhere in there. A couple years into the Ninjago theme. Originally, Ninjago was supposed to be a 3-year theme, 2 or 3 years. So this would have been one of the last sets from the theme if it didn't do so well. Of course, as we know, it performed phenomenally and got rebooted, or not rebooted, it got continued, extended, and now we are in 10 years of Ninjago, uninterrupted sets, and animated series. So the castle there, did I pick those up from last time? I think I missed them. 501st, this was another Clone Trooper set. Might have to pick up the pace here. Lone Ranger. I have this battle pack. This was a great battle pack back in the day. You got these 3 soldiers. This horse mold was new at the time, and the Lone Ranger himself. Should be 2012 or 2013. I have reviewed this set on Brickset as well. Monster Fighters, City Police Truck. This is book 2 from probably the Mobile Command base. Might find the rest of it in here. And our Ninjago. Alright, now SpongeBob gets to play. There's Jay. Chima. Chima was the theme that was going to succeed Ninjago. Like I just said, story went differently. And Chima is the one that retired instead of Ninjago. Alright, Barkspeeder. This is much closer to our current 501st Barkspeeder design compared to the original one I looked at in the first video, but this is a 2013 set. 75012. It's got Obi-Wan in his Clone Wars style. Here is one of the late Clone Wars sets with Savage and Asajj, I think are those characters. Never did get around to watching the series, so I'm not caught up with those. These are the 2 Chima ones. Actually, just one Chima one. 70001. The first set in the 70,000 series of set numbers. Brickset did do a little feature on set numbers a while back, but it's hard to make much sense of it because it's a little bit all over the place. Here's another J-Mech from the early days. A little bit of folding on the back. 2015 set here. Ninjago was picking up pace in the 4th year. And one of the larger SpongeBob, 3818, Bikini Bottom. For some reason, these stickered slopes have shown up in a lot of my bulk lot purchases. I've seen them at Bricks and Minifigs. It seems like these stickers have made their way through many collections, even if they don't necessarily have the other pieces from these SpongeBob sets. That's kind of interesting. And a boat. Okay, moving on. Marvel books 1 and 2. Right there. There's the other half of the semi. Couple more little city sets. Alright, so I lied. These are not all the large format instructions. There's quite a few of the small ones left, but that's fine. We'll get through them. Bunch of city stuff in here. A bunch of the smaller ones. Again, sets that Josh and I, between the 2 of us, did pick up quite a few of these. How old are these now? 2012, man. That's 9 years old. I feel old now. 4644, the Paradise Cafe. It's an interesting little set. This featured in one of the... Lego put out those little police and criminal chase videos on YouTube. I remember this was one of the ones that they jet skied underneath. So they actually featured a lot of their set builds and characters in those animations. Just another form of commercials, I suppose. But they're fun. They're fun commercials. I enjoyed them. Book 2 for something. Little red card. Avengers Tower was an official set here. We had kind of a promotional version last year with Tony Stark minifig. Looking for a date. 2015 would have been this set. So you've got, I think this is the Ultron set again with Thor, Iron Man, and some of the Iron Legion minifigs. I think that's Ultron right there. I picked up one of these minifigs in a bulk lot. Surprised by how much it was worth, so I'm holding on to that. City Fire Helicopter. Here we go. Creator Winter Village, books 1 and 2. 10245. And this is the one with some of the exclusive nugget plates, the printed 1x1 reindeer head. And I do have the Santa fig, but the rest of them I do not have. Printed clock, that might be in here. I think I remember seeing that. And some nice architectural bricks. 5766 is the creator log cabin. Josh had this built at one point. Don't think it is anymore. 7346 is a creator beach house. Once again, 3 alternate builds. Here is the other build for, oh no, that's not the cabin. That is the mountain retreat, 31025. Josh ended up with a lot more creator than I did. I think I bought more into City, and by the time I was interested in the rebuild aspect, there's a little sticker on there, I was doing more of my own mocking at that point. But Josh, even though he's younger than me, kind of followed the trend that I was setting as the example. So he started mocking about the same time that I did with the rebuilds. So he was happy to have these creator sets that kind of give him a little bit of a guide. 5770 is another beachfront creator set. This one had the 3 alternate builds, one of them being a White House. White House holds up pretty good. You know, it's hard to get that curve shape sometimes with Lego pieces. They use these 2x2 macaroni bricks to fill that in. They even put a little railing up around on the top. So that's a nice 3-in-1 right there. And these are the larger 3-in-1 creator sets. So these would have been in the $50 to $100 range. 31012. All 3 alternate models. Kind of a suburb house, looks like. Really similar to some of the stuff we're seeing in City this year. One of the houses built on those new road base plates, kind of in that style. Get these out of the way and get down to our last stack. Right here. Hey, not bad. Gonna make it through. 5891, larger creator house. Our date here, 2010. So kind of the turn of the era, right after the modulars had been introduced. Creator still trying to do its own thing with these more organic builds, I want to say. At this point, Creator was not big on including minifigs in these kind of structures. They're built to minifig scale, but minifigs in Creator didn't really mesh until the modulars were introduced in 2007. And since then, they have made their way. Like, if this was a Creator set today, it would include minifigs, which is kind of interesting to see that change over the years. So the house with the garage, similar to one of the ones we just saw. Ninjago 9446, books 1 and 2, a 2012 first edition Ninjago set, Destiny's Bounty. Right? Yeah, the first edition Destiny's Bounty. I have most of the pieces for this in the bulk lot, and some of the whole sections of the front were still assembled. So that was something I took a picture of and broke it down. I think I'll find, if I can find it, I'll throw it in right here and you can see how it looked. But I try to disassemble everything in the sorting phase just to make sure everything is kind of accounted for. So that was part of the bulk lot. I have both instruction books. Minifigs, I would guess, are not all here. what all minifigs would have been included in Destiny's Bounty. Do they start with the minifig build? Yeah, they do. Just Wu, Jay, Zane, and a couple of, well, you got one of the Snake Army and one of, is that Lord Gamadon? Yeah, because he's got 2 torsos. So, the original Destiny's Bounty only included 2 of the 4 ninjas, Master Wu, his main adversary, Lord Gamadon, and one of the Snake Generals. So not as many minifigs as you might expect for one of the flagship sets of the first wave. Back in 2012, things were a little different. So that is all of the manuals from my Joblot. This is video number 2. Back in video number 1, we looked at a lot of the smaller ones, a couple more Star Wars, some more Small City, but really a wide range of themes and years here. So pretty much 2010 to 2016, maybe a little before and a little after, but that was the bulk of the manuals. Probably a bulk of the sets that are represented in the pieces from this Joblot. Getting back into that here pretty soon. A couple more categories to get sorted through and counted, and then I'll try to do kind of a recap of the whole thing with that scorecard breakdown like I've been doing from my eBay hauls. So keep an eye out for that. Probably will be a couple more months, but that is coming out on the channel. Anyways, hope you enjoyed looking through these manuals. It's kind of interesting to see what sets were at one point part of this Joblot collection, and these will be filed away. Maybe I'll build some, maybe I'll sell some. I've got the room to store them, so that's what I'm going to do. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you later on Brick System Brothers.